Hello and welcome to part 3 of Caravan Salon behind closed doors. As I do every year, this is a look at the vehicles that can be seen at Caravan Salon before the stands are set up. So this gives you the opportunity to decide if you want to come here or not. Now, one feature introduced last year, COVID year, when there was lots of people not turning up, was the idea of having a luxury hall. And this luxury idea has been continued. There's more visitors here this year, although there are still quite a lot who are not here. And obviously when the stands get set up, there will be more people. As you can see, there's not really turned up here. Hasn't turned up at all here, but and there's still quite a lot of mess around, which is to be understood. Right, so in the luxury hall here you got the horse box home. Don't know which ones are for the horses. Azimo, which comes from Poland, off-road. Rhino. That's one I've never heard of. Project Rhino. Sorry, I had heard. Krug Expedition. I'm sorry, I had heard. I even filmed it last year. So you may be thinking, hang on, this doesn't look like luxury. This looks like off-road, and anybody who knows sort of off-road will know it's pretty tough. I haven't really done it properly. I suppose you could say, well, I was in the army. I did it there. It's Variomobile, these Actros. Now, last year, the most expensive vehicle was one which cost €1.5 million. And I think it's this one here. €1.5 million motorhome. Look at that, and there's no one around. You know, this Volknermobile here as well. That'll have a similar price tag. So, what do you think? Would you rather have something super luxurious like this one here, or would you rather have something used for off-road? Or this Phoenix, which looks a bit like a lorry, HGV, but inside, once more, it's very nice. And there's Concorde. Now, here, Concorde and Phoenix are standing next to each other, as they do in real life. Because if you go to Ashbach, which is a village, you've got the Concorde plant. You've got the Stellplatz. Behind the Stellplatz is a Jewish cemetery. So if you're Jewish and you're thinking of dying when you're there, then it'll be convenient. And then you've got the Phoenix plant. So there's a Fiat, which appears to me to be from the 1960s. I might be wrong. What do I know? Good morning. Mind you, it looks pretty good when it's here. Oh, there's lots of Concordes. I went to their showroom and it wasn't like this. Dembel.com. Oh dear, so yet another company I haven't heard of. Mind you, they've probably never heard of me, so that makes it fair enough, doesn't it, really? Now, if you're thinking of needing to hide your van somewhere, I see this one's come prepared, and there's absolutely no way the traffic warden would spot that. So it could be illegally parked, and I'm sure it'll get away with it every single time. That's a Volkner Mobile. They're from, where are they from? Somewhere north of Bielefeld. I've forgotten the name of the place now. Somewhere at the north of here. Oh, and they've even got a car that matches. Morello, and they've also got one of their particularly expensive models here as well. And there's far more models here from Morello than they have at their showroom. If you want to buy one, you can go and talk about it in that bit there, and you probably get a coffee as well out of them. So from the top end, let's go and see the bottom end. At least that's my opinion, the bottom end. And let's go and see Canals Hall. Now, I have had people ask me why I don't like them. Now, if you start up a YouTube site or anything really, a website or anything, you will become a clearinghouse for information. Now, if, for example, I would start, I know nothing about carpets, for example, just took that at random, and then I'd have a site on carpets, and people would tell me things, and I'd read the press release on carpets, and I'd be putting the carpet videos up or whatever. And after a while, people would be complaining to me about carpets, and in that way, I would form an opinion on carpets. Now, in my real life, I became the head of a packaging magazine. When I went for it, the job, they said, "What do you know about packaging?" I said, "Nothing." I said, "That's great. That's just what we want." And so, as a result, within like 3 years, I was actually speaking at conferences on this subject. Now, I personally don't really care about packaging. Well, I do a little bit actually, it's not entirely true, but I can't actually talk about putting in bottling lines or something like that. I've got no desire to do that. But the point here is that one becomes, I wouldn't say expert, but one becomes more knowledgeable and therefore can reflect opinions. And so if I say something, people say to me, what's wrong with Canals Hall? Well, it's based on the opinions which come to me. That's why I absolutely do not recommend it as a company. Not only that, I have actually put to the management my concerns, and these concerns have not been responded to. So other companies have responded to me when I put my concerns to them, so it's the one that really couldn't care less. So that's why. Don't say I didn't warn you. Nonetheless, this is Weinsberg. Weinsberg is the oldest motorhome company. Obviously, when they went into business, I think it was 1817, they weren't doing motorhomes in those days. They were doing carriages. The same, I believe, as Westphalia. The same as... can't remember. Notin might have started out making caravans. They date to 1921. And now, last year, what happened was that Canals, who did bother to turn up, unlike many of their competitors, such as, for example, Heimer, they turned up and they got this new hall as a result. Now, they would, what's happened here? It's gone completely dark. You know why it's gone completely dark? Because I I fixed the color setting on the camera. So I hope the rest of it's come out okay. Sorry, it didn't go completely dark, it went completely light. But completely light or completely dark, the effect is the same. You can't actually see anything. So let's see if we can get in here. And I'll just show you around. And we're not getting in this way. Yes, we are. Thank you. Tried not to film the lady. Right, so this is the Canals Hall, and so this is one of the entrances as you come in. And Canals have got almost all of it, except for a bit up the very top, which is Van Toren. What's particularly good about this is, as far as they're concerned, as far as positioning is concerned, is that people have to, they come in through the entrance, which is down here, then people have to walk through it. Now, there you go, e-power. And what's it for? Well, hey, that's great. Everybody's talking about electrification in motorhomes and camper vans. What they're powering with it? Caravans. So what's that mean? That you get a bit of you have to pull it with an electric van. And there's one that's already broken. So but last year as this year, Vantura from Koblenz got the corner spot down here as well. And so what we'll do is I'm going to finish this video now. So there's 3 parts to it. Right, look, there'll be lots and lots more here from Caravan Salon, which I will show you, and that will be coming out over the next year, I dare say, because I did have one from last year which I published only a couple of days ago. So I try to get as much done as I can. But we'll finish off with this look at this Vantura vehicle here. In fact, they've got this new thing here called a Urban, and so that can be the very last thing I think we've got. So thanks very much for watching. I like the colour. I'm not into camping cars, but I like the colour, looks pretty good. And so thanks so much for watching, and all the best from me in Dusseldorf, standing in for Tosha the dog, who is probably still asleep.